Taoiseach, your former cabinet colleague and now your preferred choice for president, Fine Gael's Heather Humphreys, was on a radio debate about a week ago where she said that Irish troops should not be stopped from being sent to Ukraine by a Russian veto. Is that your position, Taoiseach? Are you in favour of sending Irish troops to Ukraine without Russian consent? That would mean placing their lives in very serious danger, as they would be seen as hostile forces by Russia if they were sent there despite Russia's opposition. It would also presumably mean that there wouldn't be no peace agreement. They would not be peacekeeping troops. In other words, they would be part of a NATO or EU-led military intervention rather than an international peacekeeping force. To be clear, I am opposed to the Russian invasion. I call for the unconditional withdrawal. I call for the right of ordinary people in Ukraine to decide. But I'm against Irish troops, the right of ordinary people in Ukraine to decide what their future is. But I'm against sending Irish troops to participate. That's why I'm calling for the immediate unconditional.
It's weasel language.
How is it? I'm calling for people.
It's classic formulaic.
Chair, can I appeal to the chair to stop the intervening? Thank you. So I'll restate the basic points in case is that I'm opposed to the criminal invasion. I call for the immediate withdrawal of all forces. It's for the right of Ukrainian people themselves to decide their future, not for Russia to decide. But I'm against sending Irish troops to participate in a war against Russia in Ukraine. I'm asking you whether you agree with your presidential candidate that that's what you think is to do.
Deputy Murphy, and I do regret having to interrupt, but I just note your language is fascinating. You deliberately ignored what I had said earlier when I said I had made we made it very clear to the coalition with the willing that we wouldn't be part of a reassurance force. I said that in the House. And then I said that we would be willing to be part of a peacekeeping force if it's to monitor the ceasefire line, for example. And yet you just ignored it and tried to implicate that we'd be conscripting Irish troops to a war in Ukraine. Like, you do distort the situation. You do distort. That's what you're saying. You said send Irish troops to war. That's what you. No. You know that the presidential candidate, and no doubt, is talking about a peacekeeping war. But you just choose to. And then you use language like I oppose. Like, what about I condemn?
I condemn.
Oh, Grant, keep going.
I've said it a million times.
No, but it's very formulaic. I've noticed it over the years. You guys, look how many times do you talk about Russia in the House? You'll talk about the United States till the cows come home. You'll talk about the European Union till the cows come home. But you don't talk about Iran. You don't talk about Russia. You don't talk about all the others who break. No, Deputy Quaid. And again, Ukraine people have decided. Like, Ukraine people have decided a long time ago that they want to belong. That's the other bit of the language you used. It's up to Ukraine to decide as if there's an issue. Like, Ukraine have decided on their self-determination. But you, of course, because you guys are never been sympathetic to Ukraine, if the truth be told. That's the bottom line. Sinn Féin were with you in 2011, or when Crimea was invaded, or 2014. I read all your stuff, the Sinn Féin line about Nazis in Ukraine and all the rest of it. You guys were soft underbelly for the Russians for a long, long time. Now,